In January, Sawan had 4 accounts finish over 6,000 trophies, and a lot of his success can be attributed to this insane double poison tower anti-2 base that defended like crazy. And here is the base, an anti-2 double poison tower base with 3 single infernos. And first up, it's gonna defend this Valk Root Rider spam that's dominating Legends League at the moment. Now, in case you don't know who Sawan is, he is a base builder at Blueprint. He specializes in Legends League bases, and you can definitely see that on display today. Earlier in the day, we posted a video of Star's base he ran in Legends League. That is a box base, and now this is an anti-2 base. So you've got the best of both worlds. If you want an anti-2, you can use that. If you want a box base, you have Star's video from earlier. Now, I'm going to clarify something that we talked about in the last base link video we did for Town Hall 16 Legends League. And that is, what do I mean by anti-2? By the way, whilst I'm talking about this, I want you to watch all the troops die in the Town Hall comp here. It's insane. They go down so quickly. Even with the gauntlet glitch, all the troops disappear. But anyways, what I was saying, anti-2 doesn't mean it's going to stop 2 stars every time. Obviously, that's not really possible. The terminology comes from 3 or 4 years ago where being anti-2 was a genuine thing. But the terminology has stayed with the base style. Essentially, anti-2 is a centralized town hall, but that's not a ring base. Because if you have a look at this base, right, it's not really a ring. The idea of a ring is there's an open layer around the central compartment, and the purpose of that is so, well, the troops do a ring of the base rather than going into the core. But have a look at this base. It's not a ring. There's a bunch of compartments on the outside. It's almost like a box base meets a centralized town hall, and that's what I used to mean by an anti-2. So, it defended only 2 stars here. That doesn't mean it's not an anti-2. This is an insane defense at Town Hall 16. Now let's see how we go against a Super Archer Clone Blimp. Now, obviously a lot of these replays are from sort of higher Legends, but I think this base would work really well no matter where you are in Legends League, because some of the attackers today you're going to see aren't necessarily the best attackers, and you see right here, this Super Archer Clone Blimp gets so heavily baited. Clones into the giant bomb, and even worse, because there was no resource buildings nearby, the Gobspeed on the wall, and they too got cloned instead. And yeah, look at this. This just got wrecked so quickly. Now, Hydra isn't that popular at Town Hall 16. You see a lot more Root Riders or Super Barbs, and Super Barbs, I should say, after a Super Archer Clone Blimp. But I wanted to show you this replay more for defending that. But yeah, I want to talk to you about Sawan. So he told me for the last week on his top account what he got on defense running this base, and it's insane. So negative 231, negative 255, negative 264, negative 271, and negative 295. Now, that might sound bad to you all, but I'm telling you, anything under 290, once you get past 6k, sorry, is an insanely strong day. So the fact that some of the days he was getting negative 231, even negative 271, is a ridiculous day. Sawan is a talented attacker as well. He'll be averaging in the 290s. So that is a huge day for him. But for those of you who can't average 290, don't worry, probably lower in Legends League, and this base will hold even better than it did for Sawan. And we're going to finish the video with some Queen Charge Dragon Rider, probably the strongest attack strategy in the game, and maybe the hardest to defend. So, JD, being smart here, because there's a lot of bases set up to stop blimps, rather than blimping in here where it could find trap, does use the drill, because you can't get trapped with the drill unless there's Teslas. But the problem is the rocket balloons come out and do so much damage. If there was 3 ice golems, I believe his Yetis would have got, his Yeti Might, sorry, would have got the monolith down. But alas, with the rocket balloons, we are able to defend that monolith. But I'm going to talk to you about why this base style is so annoying. It's because all of these air defenses, they are set up so that they're going to flank your healers. You don't really want to charge into these air defense compartments, because then you have a single Inferno on one side and a monolith on the other side that you can't reach. So you're obviously going to want to charge in there. But then you're going to have this air defense flanking the healers, as you see here. And that, in the end, is going to cost you spells or healers. And in this case, JD decides to sack the damage from the air defense there, because he needs the freeze spell and the skeleton spell to deal with the single Infernos on this base. We have the Root Riders coming in from the left side. Gets a nice wall break into the court. Now, 1 week uniqueness, I guess, of this base style compared to rings is it is a bit easier to get your queen into the core, because on ring bases you often have open inner layers, so you can't possibly get a wall break, whereas these are closed, but still super awkward to hit. And I want you to have a look at the core of the base here. So we get plenty of Root Riders in there. We've got the King glitch on the King ability. There's a Royal Champion in there as well. And there's going to be some healers on our troops. And watch how quickly everything dies. It's just a great base for how much it slows everything down in the core. And even then, it doesn't have all the major defenses in the core. You see the single Infernos are spread around. The Monolith and Eagle are way down the bottom. Doesn't invest everything, which means as soon as you get the tunnel down, you are flanked by so much damage. And if it weren't for the King glitch here, this army would have been obliterated even more. And that is why I love this base. So we've shown you 2 baselings today. Earlier in the day, we had Star's base that he used on his 600 trophy account. Now we've got this base that Sawan used on 4 of his accounts above 6k. And the real question is, let us know which of the bases you use, and let us know how they go for you, because I'd love to hear from you. You have a box base and an anti-2 base to choose from this season.